What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy. Welcome back to another episode of the Differentials. This is recorded on a Wednesday. It's going to be released early on Friday, so watch out for it. And there could be a few players that aren't under the 5% I consider differentials, so I do apologise for that. And also no face cam because it's absolutely boiling, as I say in every video. Hopefully it will start cooling down so I can start putting on my face cam a bit more, but I do want to, but it's just too hot. And as usual, we're going to have some players. Only 7 this week because I really struggled. I'm not going to force people upon you if I can't find them. We're going to start off with goalkeepers, and we've got 2 of them this week. Let's start off with a Spurs goalkeeper. And as you may have guessed, I'm talking about McGill. Oh no, jokes aside, I'm talking about Lloris actually. Tottenham player valued at £5.4 million though. He's one of the people that started at 5.5. Now the only other player to lose ratings from 5.5 is Joe Hart, who's currently actually valued at 0 because he's not part of the game anymore. But Lloris comes in 5.4, selected by 4.3%. He's really rising in the select percentage. That's why I could go up to 5.5. So I'd get him whilst you can. I also could go over the 5%. There, got there in the end. Before this video is released. He's got 8 points so far, hasn't played much. His next 5 games: Sunderland at home, Middlesbrough away, Man City at home, West Brom away and Bournemouth away. There, all 5 of those games you're looking at possible clean sheets, barring the Man City one, even though the home game really could be important for them. And I think Lloris is definitely one to grab in your teams if you're looking for that £5.5 million goalkeeper, but also not spending exactly 5.5, you little cheapskates. The other goalkeeper we've got is STEKELENBURG. Now, someone that I've mentioned, I believe this is the 3rd time. I mentioned him in Game Week 2 differentials, Game Week 3 differentials, sorry, and now Game Week 5 differentials. He's Everton goalkeeper valued at £5 million, selected by 2.5% of people. So far, he's garnered 17 points. His next 5 games: Middlesbrough at home, Bournemouth away, Crystal Palace at home, Man City away, and Burnley away. Now those are 5 interesting games. Barring the Man City one, you're seeing 4 out of 5 clean sheets, and if you're not, then well, I don't know what you're looking at, because Everton look good and solid at the back, and I think STEKELENBURG is definitely a reason. He's big, he can get his hand to a lot of things, and he's definitely looking like a good keeper. £5 million also, only 2.5% of people selecting him. I'd say get him whilst he's not hot, so when he becomes hot, you're getting a nice little price rise in himself. Moving on to the defenders, and we've got back to Spurs, unfortunately. It's Mr. Vertonghen, valued at £5.5 million, the most expensive player we've had on this episode. He's selected by 3.6% of people, scored just the 15 points so far, and we've already seen who he's got up next. And he's just a cheaper version of Alderweireld at the moment. Rose, and I don't know who's going to play out of Rose and Davies next. I'm not sure the extent of Rose's injury, but £5.5 million for a defender of one of the best teams in the league. Looking at their games coming up, could see a lot of clean sheets. And Vertonghen, I think, is definitely one you should bring into your teams. Following on from that, we go on to Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace defender has never really come up. Admittedly, I did say back in Game Week 2, or Game Week 1, sorry, he's bringing Mandanda, but that was before I knew he wasn't going to play. And coming in now is Mr. Joel Ward, valued at £5 million, selected by just 0.9% of people. And he's just got 7 points as well so far, no real clean sheets. But you look at their next 5 games: Stoke at home, Sunderland away, Everton away, West Ham at home, and Leicester away. Now, they're 5 interesting games. I think 5 games you could probably see him getting looking to get a clean sheet. And the first 2 definitely look good, especially Stoke. That looks really good for a clean sheet. And Ward's also a fullback, so he could go up and down the line, get a few assists, maybe a goal or 2, but who knows. Ward definitely looks like a differential worth taking a risk on. Moving on to midfield, we're going to stay with the theme of Crystal Palace, and we're going to go for Zaha, Crystal Palace's main man. £50 million worth of him, according to Alan Pardew. I don't see it really, but he comes in at £5.4 million, just selected by 2.2% of people, and he's got 15 points so far, 12 of which came in Game Week 4, and you may be saying, oh, it's just one game week, but you've got to say Stoke have looked poor. Zaha could prey on that. Then also you have got, I've written this wrong, I think they've got Sunderland, but I think they might have Manchester United as well. So they could have Manchester United next. Who knows? It will say properly on the grid chart. But the games in itself is something that Zaha really looked like he could get something from. And I definitely feel like he is one to take a risk on. Definitely worth a differential as well. The other midfielder I've got, it actually quite surprised me, and he's probably going to make it into my team because I made my wild card this week, and PEREYRA. is from Watford. He's valued at £6 million. Selected by just 0.6% of people. He's got a goal and assist so far in his only 2 games. His next 5 games: Man United at home, Burnley away, Bournemouth at home, Middlesbrough away, and Swansea away. Now, PEREYRA has really impressed me so far, and he really could go and storm away with some points here, and just 0.6% of people, considering people have maybe already played their wild card, they're going to have to take out someone like maybe like Redmond in that sort of price range. It's a really awkward player to have. That is a real differential that could be a huge part in possible success in FPL, and I'm probably actually going to put him into my own team and have Redmond, but PEREYRA looks like a really good choice. I'd definitely consider getting him in. And lastly, the only attacker we've got is a man from West Bromwich Albion called PEREYRA. Now, this one is a big risk, so bearing in mind I've said that, don't go for him if you're just looking for a third striker. Maybe it's a huge risk, but it could be one worth taking. He's valued at £6.3 million, selected by just 0.9% of people, and just got the 6 points so far. His next 5 games are West Ham at home, Stoke away, Sunderland away, Tottenham at home, and Liverpool away. And the reason it's a big risk is because it's £6.3 million. There are better strikers out there for cheaper, and also maybe a bit more at 6.5, even 6.9 for Negredo. And PEREYRA, what are you going to do? It's PEREYRA. You don't know what PEREYRA you're going to get. But looking at the coming games, it could be PEREYRA type style, and also West Ham concede a lot of goals. So have Stoke, so have Sunderland. Could score quite a few points in those games. Liverpool like to concede. Tottenham like the odd goal as well. So if PEREYRA is called upon, I feel like he really could have a productive 5 game weeks coming up. And that is that for the differentials game week 5. Hopefully you have enjoyed. And who are you looking at to be your differential this coming game week? Let me know to see if I missed any good corkers out. And I'll see you all in game week 6. Peace.